for survival against Kevin Owens. Owens and Rhodes now.
On today's edition of the Pat McAfee Show, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson shared the much-anticipated details surrounding his absence from WrestleMania 41, especially regarding his potential involvement in John Cena's match with Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. With an air of calm reflection, The Rock peeled back the curtain on the complex behind-the-scenes decisions that led to his choice not to appear at the grandest stage of them all. While many fans expected to see him team up with Cena, he explained that there was much more at play than a simple storyline decision: the final boss angle. Building the anticipation, as The Rock began explaining his involvement in the Elimination Chamber, it became apparent that this wasn't just about ticket sales or a mere storyline. "I got a call from Ari Emanuel," The Rock recounted. Emanuel, the powerhouse behind TKO, the company that owns WWE, had been a longtime business partner and friend of The Rock for over 2 decades. Emanuel told him that ticket sales were lagging for the upcoming pay-per-view, and there was a need to spice things up. "We need help at Elimination Chamber," Emanuel said. "How do we make this show something fans can't miss?" The Rock continued, emphasizing the importance of creating a storyline that would set the stage for WrestleMania. "How do we create an Elimination Chamber that people must tune in to see?" Emanuel asked. The Rock's mind immediately began to turn as he contemplated how best to make an impact. "I thought about it, and then I got back to Ari, Triple H, and Nick," he said, referencing his trusted colleagues in WWE. After some back-and-forth brainstorming, The Rock brought an idea to the table, a concept he dubbed the final boss angle. Selling the soul. Cody Rhodes' dilemma for The Rock. The most important element wasn't about titles, money, or fame. The final boss, as he described himself, wasn't driven by personal gain, but by the idea of owning the soul of his opponent. "I want your soul," The Rock declared with a knowing smile. "What does that mean?" "It doesn't mean I want you to act like this or treat you like crap. It means I'll make all your dreams come true. Whatever it is, even if it's dark, if it's scary, if it's full of light, whatever your soul wants, I'll make it happen." The Rock's idea for Cody Rhodes was simple yet profound. Will Cody sell his soul to the final boss? This wasn't about winning championships or gaining power. This was a personal, emotional decision that would shape Rhodes' future in WWE. The Rock viewed it as a litmus test, a way to gauge how fans would react to the idea of Cody Rhodes embracing the darkness within him. He recognized that this storyline would be monumental, transcending the typical wrestling narrative. "Sell your soul! It's gonna be crazy!" The fans eagerly began to chant. A heel turn that wasn't. Why Cody didn't turn. As The Rock discussed the potential for a heel turn, it became evident that the plan for Cody Rhodes wasn't set in stone. Despite the growing excitement from fans, The Rock made it clear that the storyline wasn't intended for an immediate turn. Instead, the final boss angle was meant to plant the seed for a future heel turn. "Cody is a smart guy," The Rock acknowledged. "He's a ring general, and if done right, down the road, Cody can not only have an incredible babyface run again as champion, but also an unheard-of run as a heel." The idea of Cody Rhodes, a man born into wrestling royalty, embracing the dark side, was compelling. The Rock's vision for this angle was long-term, allowing for a slow burn that would pay off in a major way down the line. "It's not about titles right now," The Rock explained. "It's about the soul. What does it mean when you give away your soul?" But despite the build-up, The Rock revealed that Cody ultimately turned down the opportunity for a heel turn. "I think Cody wasn't ready for that yet," The Rock confessed. "But down the road? Absolutely. There's no question that we'll come back to it." It was a tantalizing prospect for fans who could sense that the final boss angle was far from over. The role of The Rock at Elimination Chamber. As the storyline for Elimination Chamber developed, The Rock admitted that he enjoyed the creative process. "I've been kicking ideas around with Triple H for 20 years, The Rock remarked with a nostalgic chuckle. But despite his enthusiasm for the storylines, he made it clear that his role at Elimination Chamber was more about setting the stage than taking center stage himself. When the conversation turned to John Cena's upcoming match, The Rock couldn't hide his excitement. "I love it," The Rock said, speaking about Cena's potential heel turn. "It's an idea I love." However, his involvement in the angle was minimal. "The best thing for the final boss," he said, "is to step back and let John and Cody do their thing. Let them shine. We've already established the soul aspect. Now it's their turn." The Rock's decision to step away from the spotlight wasn't a reflection of any dissatisfaction with the direction of the storyline. It was the opposite. "I think the final boss's work is done," he explained. "We've pulled off the greatest angle in wrestling history, other than Hulk Hogan turning heel in the 90s. We've created something truly special." This mindset allowed Cena and Rhodes to take the reins and make the story their own. The Rock called both men after Elimination Chamber to offer his support, telling them, "You guys go and crush it. I'll always be here, but I think it's best for the final boss to step back." His faith in Cena and Rhodes was evident. "I knew they could pull it off. I had no concerns about John getting to 17. I thought the world of the idea and loved the finish of the match," he continued. The Rock's absence at WrestleMania. Why he stayed away, despite his deep involvement in the Elimination Chamber and the significant role he played in shaping the storyline, The Rock made the decision to stay away from WrestleMania 41. He explained his reasoning during his chat with Pat McAfee. "There was no moment where anyone had to convince me to stay out of it. I made the decision because I felt it was best for the story," The Rock said. Pat McAfee pressed The Rock on his thoughts regarding Travis Scott's involvement in the event. When Travis Scott came out, there was a moment when people thought, "Is The Rock coming out?" McAfee asked. The Rock responded with a knowing grin. "I love Travis being involved because he loves wrestling," The Rock said, highlighting Scott's genuine passion for the business. "He's a huge fan, and he respects the industry. He's working hard to make his mark, and I support that 100%. But when McAfee asked if there was ever a moment when The Rock considered breaking his silence and appearing at WrestleMania, The Rock reaffirmed his decision. "I told them I wasn't coming out. I texted you as it was happening. I would have told you if I was coming out," he laughed. "But I love where this is going. John Cena, heel champion at 17. It's the perfect story. Fans are going to be glued to their screens every week to see how it plays out." The long-term vision for Cody Rhodes. Although The Rock was stepping away from the immediate storyline, he reiterated his belief in the long-term potential for Cody Rhodes. "When it's done right, Cody will have an incredible run as a heel. That guy has so much potential," The Rock declared, emphasizing that Rhodes' eventual turn would be one of the most significant in modern wrestling history. The Rock expressed a sense of satisfaction in having laid the groundwork for such a monumental shift in WWE. "I know this angle is far from over. There's so much more to come," he said. "We've planted the seed for the future, and I'm excited to see where it goes." The Rock's legacy and the future of WWE. While The Rock's absence from WrestleMania 41 left many fans disappointed, it's clear that his role in shaping the WWE Universe is far from finished. From his pivotal involvement in the Elimination Chamber to his advocacy for a future Cody Rhodes heel turn, The Rock's influence on WWE is profound. The Rock's decision to step back from the immediate spotlight allowed John Cena and Cody Rhodes to shine, paving the way for an even more compelling story down the road. By focusing on the long-term narrative and not overstepping, The Rock ensured that the spotlight remained where it should be, on the wrestlers who would define WWE's next era. While fans may have been eager to see a reunion between The Rock and John Cena at WrestleMania, The Rock's vision for the future of WWE shows that he's more than just a figurehead. He's a master storyteller who knows when to step into the spotlight and, just as importantly, when to step away and let others rise. The next chapter of WWE's legacy is unfolding, and it's clear that The Rock's fingerprints will be all over it.